whether one is um, basically what is karma and how to understand it.
Like
Is it a
everything else,
reality?
Advait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the question. Like everything else, we have to consider whether it's a reality and which reality.
Mm. Yeah.
Is it a reality, Advait?
Yes.
So is it a chitta, a cetasika, or a rupa in that case?
I think it's a Chetasika.
And what cetasika is it?
It can be wholesome or unwholesome, either, right?
Yes, it can be wholesome or unwholesome, and it's a reality and it's a cetasika. But what cetasika is it that is wholesome or unwholesome? Actually, it can be kusala, akusala, vipaka, or kiriya.
Yeah. So these are four jatis of
Four
chit
jatis
of
of the cetasika. We're talking about a cetasika. So what is the reality that is, what is the cetasika that is kama?
so what is the Chetasika that is Kama, right? I don't remember now. Maybe it is Samma Vacha is a Kama, Samma Kammanto. Is it?
You're thinking about deeds and speech, but we're talking about the reality, a cetasika, which is kama, which actually arises with every chitta.
Yeah.
And this is
Oh,
Chaitana.
Chetana.
Chaitana,
Chetana.
Chaitasika.
Yes.
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 So Chaitana can be Vipaka, it can be Kusala or Akusala, or it can be Kriya. It arises with every Chitta. So this is Kama. At each moment in life, each Chaitana is Kama. But you are thinking about the Kusala or Akusala Chaitana, which is strong enough to motivate speech or deeds through the mind door or any doorway when it's strong enough. So this is one kind of karma and one kind of karma pachya that can bring results later. But actually, karma is chaitana arising at every moment with every chitta, even now, at moment of seeing, a moment of hearing. And at this moment of seeing, chaitana has to arise. It has to arise with the chitta and chaitasikas and it has to condition them by sahajata pachya, arising together, associating together. And when it arises right now at a moment of seeing, it coordinates the chitta and the chaitasikas to perform their functions. This is not the function of karma that can bring results, because at this moment of seeing or hearing, it's vipaka, chaitana. At moments of kusala or akusala, it also, in addition to coordinating, it also wills the chitta and chaitasikas in a wholesome or unwholesome manner. And only when it's strong enough that it leads to speech and deeds, to use your examples, that it can bring results, does it have the function of bringing a result later. At the time it brings a result later, it has this second function of karma pachya. So it's a deep topic, beginning with understanding its chaitana right now at each moment.
Okay. Thank you.
That's just a start. And Prakash has his hand up, and I'm sure Jan is ready to add more. Prakash? We can't hear you, Prakash.
Hello, can you hear me now? thanks. I would like to welcome one of my senior friend, Lieutenant R.N. Murthy, joined the call today. In fact, yesterday while walking, we were discussing, and the topic came Dhamma, and we were chit-chatting while walking. So then I invited him to join the discussion, and he's there today. So I wanted to welcome him for the discussion.
Very glad you could join us. And if you would like to ask questions or show your face anytime, very welcome. So perhaps we'll invite Ajahn to add some more comments about karma. And then if your friend would like to ask any basic questions, then we'll be very glad to hear them. Ajahn?
Yes, before all, we are talking about Dhamma, see. No matter what is real is Dhamma, but it's not known as it is until hearing the word from the enlightenment about every moment, about everything there right now. So it's not the word, but it's about the hidden truth. No one knows at all what is there right now, but we keep on talking about the word that we have heard before. But where is it and what is it? Is it there right now? It's so very subtle, it's so deep. It takes quite a long time to understand the point of listening, to understand what is here right now. And who knows, it's not far away at all. No matter what is there from head to toe, unknown as it is. For example, thinking, where is it? What is it? So just begin to understand what is meant by Dhamma. Whatever is real is so very subtle. It has been taken for something or someone from life to life, from moment to moment, years and years ago. But now it's time to hear the truth, to consider the truth of each moment, whether it is as we have taken it for something as before. That's why listening to the word Dhamma, not anyone, not anything, but whatever is real now. No matter what word you heard about karma, about seeing, about thinking, about liking, it's about attachment or aversion, it's so real. But no one knows it's there right now, unknown, until hearing again and again about what is there. It's real. It's a Dhamma, whatever is real. Otherwise, it's my karma, it's my seeing, it's my thinking all the time. That's why learn to be true to the truth right now. No matter what word we talk about, what is it before all? Not just the story about it, but what is it? It can see or it now here and what is there? Unknown, as just as it is. That's right, learn to be true to the truth of each reality in life. For example, karma, what is it? Not the word, but today. What moment is karma? Can anyone know? Or just talk about it? Is there now karma? What level of karma? What kind of karma? Does it experience the object? Otherwise, how can it work its way as karma at all? That's why learn to not forget about the truth. What is there is real, Dhamma, and the reality of that which is real is that is the moment, a moment of experiencing an object. Even the word experiencing the object has been thought about before. For example, seeing right now is I see all the time. See, I see. But what is seeing and where is I? Is there any karma at that moment? That's why Dhamma is so very subtle. It's not just saying about the word. and try to understand it as I understand it. So now, any question, please?
So every moment there is karma, right? Because Chetana is there every moment.
As you're thinking of what is the Buddha taught, the teaching of the Buddha. See, when is your word? Karma is such and such. But what is the word of the Buddha? So now we begin again to understand more precisely about the truth. What is karma right now? What is karma? Because we talk about it. So we have to understand it from the very beginning. What is karma?
So right now, thinking is karma.
Okay, thinking is moment of experiencing thought about such and such, isn't it? Are you thinking now?
Yes,
Is there thinking now?
yes.
What does it think about?
Things about the people I see, or the sounds, the door opening, my son's sound.
Okay, so thinking is real, isn't it?
Yes,
Does it see,
no,
hear,
no,
smell,
no,
taste,
no,
touch?
no.
So what does it think about?
Things about objects.
Okay, what object?
Object in conventional terms, different concepts, like now I'm thinking about how everybody is looking, whether why Prakash has switched off his video, and how is Sukin doing. So much
Yeah,
thinking, yeah,
yeah. And what did Buddha say?
that this is anatta.
It thinks about that which is seen, isn't it?
Yeah,
Instantly.
yeah,
When the process of seeing is gone, there must be a moment of thinking about that which is seen. Otherwise, there cannot be any idea about what is seen right now, the
yeah,
whole day at all.
yeah,
As a moment of hearing, there must be thinking of the sound which is heard, isn't it?
yes,
So, who knows that thinking follows each doorway?
yes,
Instantly, after seeing, process, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. So, most of the time, there must be thinking, is it?
yes,
Is thinking in darkness or light?
in darkness,
So now, are we in darkness or light?
darkness.
Okay. Does it appear as it is?
No,
That's why learning to understand the subtlety of each moment of what is there as it is. Now it's not as it is at all. So learn carefully to consider carefully of the truth that the world does not appear as it is. So we learn to understand the ultimate truth of nothing, no one, nothing at all. Whatever is real is anatta, not atta. So it's like karma now.
yes,
What is it?
there is the intention to listen, understand Dhamma. That's a karma.
Is it reality with which that experience the object?
Yeah,
Does it experience the object?
yeah, it experiences sound, light.
So the karma experiences the sound not as a chief of
Mm,
experiencing the object, but it's there. Experience the sound together with the chief, the chitta. That's why the chitta cannot arise without any other reality which experiences the object together, but performing different function. So how many reality arising together with seeing?
So many realities, but mainly the 7 Chetasikas arise.
Just one moment of seeing how many Cetasikas.
7 Chetasikas arise together.
Can there be more?
Yeah.
Really, at moment of seeing only.
No. They are next moment.
That's why we learn again and again about seeing right now. Because it's the unknown. And if we don't talk about it, there's no condition to think about it. Never understand seeing as it is at all. Just say that seeing is real. It's a moment of experiencing an object, how many Cetasikas arising with it. That's not enough. Because no understanding of the nature of seeing. So, what arises with seeing?
7 Chetasikas. That is intention, Chetana, Manasikara, Jivitendriya, then Panya, Sanya, and 2 more.
Okay. Is sanya kama? Is sanya cetasika kama?
I don't know, but it can be.
Never.
Never.
Each one is different.
Okay.
So before all, what reality is that which perform the function to be karma?
Chetana.
Say, just remember the word chetana. So at moment of seeing, is that chetana?
Yes.
Is it karma?
Yes.
What type or what kind of karma is there?
It is a Vipakakam.
Okay, conditioned by what?
Conditioned by various conditions like eye base.
Seeing consciousness is the result, vipaka, right?
Yeah.
Conditioned by what? Pachya.
Is conditioned by I think I can't remember exactly, but it is likely to be Upanishaya Pachaya.
That's why we have to think and have firm confidence of the circle of birth and death. Kilesa, conditioned karma, and karma, conditioned vipaka, and vipaka, conditioned kilesa. Round and round, on and on and on.
Hmm.
So now seeing is karma or not?
Seeing is Kamma. Yes.
No,
No.
no. See, learn to understand karma from the very beginning, not just the story of karma,
Hmm.
but first of all, what is it? It's real. It experiences the object, but it has its characteristic and its function, not as achieved to experience just only the object clearly. It cannot experience the object as clear as a reality which is the chief of experiencing. The citta experience the object so clear. That's right, everything is under power of citta, which experiences the object so clear to condition, situation, story, war and peace and everything. But what is karma? Does it arise with seeing?
Yes.
Is it cetasika or citta?
It is Chetasika,
What cetasika is karma?
Chetana,
Oh,
intention.
okay. So does seeing has karma or chetana with it?
Seeing is not Kamma, that's what you said, but Chetana is a Kamma.
Yes, what chati is it?
It is Vipaka Kamma.
So even its chetana, it performs its function just by way of vipaka. Only that because it's also conditioned by karma to arise together with seeing. Each cetasika arising together with vipaka, they are vipaka, each of them. Never be the cause, but is the result. So there are two kinds of cetana kammapajya. The sahajata kammapajya arising with each moment of citta. Arising together is the meaning of sahajata pajya.
Mm.
And the other one is that which can condition the result later because it is kusala kamma or akusala kamma, not vipaka kamma and not kiriya kamma. See, is it clear now?
Little bit.
So, what's your question about?
Yeah. So what I understood is Kama is a Chetana Chetasika and it is conditioned by Sahajata Pachaya.
No, it is sahajata because that chetana arises with every chitta.
Yeah.
So that is by way of sahajata pacha. It has to arise with each chitta.
Yes.
And it has to be as chitta, kusala, kama, akusala kama, or vipaka, or kiriya.
Yeah.
Okay, more, a little bit more.
So Advait, if it is the Chaitana arising with seeing now, yes, it's Sahajata Pachya. It can coordinates the other Chitta and Chaitasikas, and it's also conditioned by them. What else is it conditioned by at the moment of seeing?
Object, Aramana
It
Pachaya.
has to have an object, the same object as the seeing consciousness, the same visible object at a moment of seeing. What else is it
Then
conditioned by?
Hetu Pachaya because Lobha or Dosha or Moha.
At the moment of seeing, is there any loba or dosa arising? Any hetus?
No, next moment it can arise.
We're talking about at the moment of seeing. So no hetu pachya at the moment of seeing.
At the moment of
The
seeing,
Chaitana,
Pachaya,
no.
Aramana Pachaya,
What
and
else?
what more you are asking?
What else?
Yeah, I'll have to think about it. I don't know.
It's vipaka.
Yeah,
It arises with seeing. So vipaka, chitta, and chaitasikas, what are they conditioned by?
yeah, Vipaka Pachaya.
No, we're just talking about vipaka dhammas. What are they conditioned by?
They are conditioned by Kama, past
By
Kama.
kama, yes. So the chaitana arising with seeing, it's conditioned by kama, the same kama that conditioned the seeing and other chaitasikas. And it's also kama pachya because it is the chaitana which conditions the chitta and chaitasikas by sahajata pachya at that moment.
Yeah,
So it's the conditioned by karma, the patyupana, and it is karma pachya at each moment. So that's why it's different. The conditions are different at each moment. And when it's akusala chaitana arising with akusala chitta, what is it conditioned by?
it is also conditioned by Vipaka Kama or past Kama.
No,
No. Or
at the moment of akusala,
at the moment of Akusala, the Chitta is conditioned by what?
that's what I'm asking you. It's not vipaka anymore.
Yeah, it may be Hetu Pachaya.
Hetu pachya, yes, at the moment of akusala, must be moha,
Moha.
maybe loba, maybe dosa, but must be moha. So hetu pachya, what else?
Again, it can be Aramana Pachaya.
Well, there's always aramana. There's always an object of every chitta and chaitasika. Yes. What else?
Then it can be or Sevana Pachaya.
Well, yes, because it's kusala, akusala. So there is the repetition of the akusala at that moment.
And
And the
Sahajata.
most, yes, it's sahajata at each moment, always.
Yeah. And Kamma Pachaya.
It is Kamapachya, but we're talking about what is it conditioned by.
The Akushala Chitta is conditioned by what? That is the question.
Yes, exactly. Different from the moment of vipaka, of seeing or hearing.
In the same moment or previous moment, it can be conditioned by Anantara Pachaya.
Yes, by Anantarapachya. And the most important condition, the biggest condition, is Upanisya Pachya, Pakatu Upanisya Pachya. There is the habit of clinging, the habit of ignorance, the habit of aversion. So the accumulated habit conditions the arising of the akusala at that moment. So the chitta and the cetasika, all the cetasikas that arise together with it, including cetana, they're all conditioned in this way. They become a habit.
Yeah.
For the arahat, no more lobha, no more dosa, no more moha, no more of this habit. But now, even in the discussion, at moments of confusion, at moments of liking, moments of disliking, the akusala arises because of the habit, Bhakatu Upanisya Pachya, conditioning it. So we can see each cetana at each moment is conditioned in different ways, depending on the chitta and cetasikas it arises together with, and depending on karma, depending on habits, and so on. And at that moment, when, like now, when lobha arises, it likes the object, the habit, the liking accumulates, but it's not conditioning harmful speech or deeds that hurt the other. So it's not of a strength to bring about results later, but the habit is accumulating. The cetana is there accumulating, willing the akusala even now.
Yeah.
So it's quite a deep topic, karma.
Yeah, but it is a good opportunity to understand Pachayas. Yeah.
A little each time.
Yeah. Yeah, Murthy ji, you have any questions you want to?
I was about to suggest Prakash invite him into the discussion.
He can talk after 9:15. He has sent me a private message.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my question, simple, how karma can be understood while seeing, hearing, thinking, and touching?
While seeing, hearing, smelling, and touching, what is the object? What is the object that is experienced?
Respective object, while seeing visible object,
The visible
hearing
object.
the sound. Yeah.
So at the moment of seeing, hearing, and so on, the cetana cannot be experienced, cannot be known at that moment because it doesn't appear, because visible object appears.
Yes.
So it can only appear through a mind door.
Yes.
If there is the very keen understanding which understands the nimitta of cetana, the sign of cetana, but not at the moment of seeing or hearing.
But Prakash, we can still understand at the intellectual level, like every other Chetasika, the Ekagata concentrates, focuses on the object. Manasikara attends to the object, Sanya marks the object. So Karma coordinates the different Dhammas towards the object. So that way we can understand even intellectually. And it helps in the understanding of, further understanding of realities.
So Chetana is one of the Chetasika, so that obviously without that Chitta will not be able to see clearly. So in that context, you can understand it coordinates or conditions or intention to see, hear.
Seeing clearly is the function of Chitta itself. This is just coordinating. This does not see clearly. It just coordinates. It does not even see out of all the 8 dhammas that arise together, nama dhammas that arise together, only seeing sees. The other dhammas, the chetasikas don't see. They just perform their functions, different from seeing.
But Advait question, what is the purpose of understanding karma? Why should karma to be understood? Not for Advait, I'm just putting a general question.
Yeah, I think that's because we hear a lot about karma,
Yeah.
and we refer to deeds, good deeds and bad deeds a lot in a day. So our curiosity is based on that perception of our daily life thinking. So now that we know the distinction, that there is the Sahajata Kamapachaya, there's also the Nana Kanika Kamapachaya, which means that the karma that arises with kusala and akusala that can bring result in the future. And that's where our interest, most people's interest is in. Is that correct, Advait?
Yeah, I was just what I understood is by this discussion, Prakash, ki there are various conditions. Mainly, Upanishad Pacha is a condition where there are habits and inclinations which can condition karma every moment. It's one of the main factor, including other factors like object and Sahajata Pacha. But the main is the habit. So in Upanishad Pacha, there are natural conditions like even the climate, the food, the dwelling place, the family, the friends, and different conditions are deciding. If suppose you didn't get a good breakfast today, then that is not a suitable condition for discussion, right? So all these conditions are helping us to study Dhamma. And this is in a conventional way, of course, but in the ultimate reality, various realities interplay with each other, and one can understand them little by little to understand karma.
What's the meaning of condition? What does it mean, condition?
Condition is a reality which, how to put it in words, I don't know.
Is there now a reality?
Yes,
What is it?
seeing is reality.
Okay. Is seeing condition a condition?
Yes,
What condition is seeing?
seeing uh, is a condition for thinking, maybe.
At the moment of seeing,
Yeah. At
is
the
it real? Is it a condition? Because what is real is a condition.
yeah.
What is real is a condition for sure. This is the beginning to understand what is meant by condition, not just the words, but the truth of each moment. The truth of each moment. That's why we learn from the very beginning what is this moment. Otherwise, how can there be the understanding of the conditions at all? So, what is there now again? Anything?
Hearing.
Okay, hearing now. Is hearing real?
Yes.
Can it arise by itself?
No.
So it needs conditions for its arising.
Correct.
What is conditions for hearing to arise?
One is an object condition.
Okay, what does it mean, object?
Like sound is an object for hearing.
We talk about hearing now, just one reality at a time, to
Yeah.
learn more and more and more, to let go ignorant, not understanding hearing at all. Just
Here,
think about it. So now, is the hearing?
yes,
Does it arise?
yes,
Is it real?
yes.
Can it arise alone?
Oh,
See, this
oh,
is the moment of understanding conditions for
yeah,
whatever arises. So now, what appears is that which has arisen by conditions.
yeah,
Without conditions, nothing can arise at all.
yeah,
That's why we learn more about the very deep and very subtle reality that it just arises instantly and gone by conditions, not by anyone at all.
yeah,
So it leads to understand the truth of whatever is here is not anything or anyone, not atta, just a moment of
mm,
that which is conditioned to arise and gone. Anatta, even seeing right now, it's not I, it's not anyone, but it's a moment of seeing only. That's why be true to the truth. As soon as hearing the word Samma Sambuddho, who's he?
mm,
Is there any interest to understand what is meant by enlightenment or what is meant by Samma Sambuddho? That's why we come here together to talk about the truth, to understand the very subtle truth. Even seeing is there at any moment in life today, no understanding of seeing, no understanding of conditions for whatever arises at all. And that is ignorance. Even it's there appearing, no understanding the truth of it. Just talk about conditions for that to arise and this to arise. But what about seeing itself? It has to be learned, it has to be understood from the very beginning as a Dhamma,
mm,
very instant Dhamma. That's all. So now, can seeing itself be conditioned?
yes.
It conditioned what?
It can condition the seven Chetasikas by Sahajata Pachaya.
Not it can, but it
It conditions.
conditions.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
conditions. Yeah.
So, what are the seven Chetasikas?
So,
Say,
yeah.
learn to understand
Yeah.
one by one, please.
Yeah. Chetana,
Okay, what is it?
intention.
Intention.
Mm,
Does it intend to see?
yes.
Really? Or is conditioned to intend or to coordinate the other namadhammas arising together to perform their function?
Mm,
Because it's the will, the intention, so it has a function of coordinating the Cetasikas or the Dhammas arising together to perform the function. This is the beginning to understand the ultimate truth. That's why it arises with each moment of citta. It coordinates that which is there to perform each function, each one's function. See, so it arises with each cetasika. So its function is called ordinating. So it's kamma, the reality, the one reality which coordinates with will. So it's kamma to the this, to speak that, or just to think, or to see. Is there any question about Chetana as kamma? And it arises with each citta. That's why there is the word for its condition is saha chata pachaya.
mm,
Saha together, chata arising, pachaya with each citta, each moment. So that's the meaning of sahachata pachaya. That saying also sahachata pachaya.
Seeing can condition the seven chetasika.
Can again.
Seeing conditions seven chetasikas by Sahajata Pachaya.
See, whatever arises is Pachaya.
Yeah.
No matter by what way, what kind, what aspect of Pachaya. But whatever is there is a Pachaya for the other. So seeing conditions, the seven chetasikas, each one. And each cetasika condition seeing another cetasika. Right?
Yes.
Any doubt? Any question about Sahajata Pachaya and Kamma Pachaya?
So, then what is Kamma in this context?
Kamma has to be only one reality, Chetana Cetasika only.
Okay. Can we control Kamma?
Where's we and what's we?
No, can one means by will, by virya, how to
Is there anyone from the very beginning?
no,
So
no.
we talk about each reality, each Dhamma, as not anyone.
Yeah.
Okay? So what's the question?
The question is to understand Kamma in daily life.
Okay. Is there anywhere today to do something, to get
Yes.
up, to
Yes.
talk, to speak,
Yes.
all by Kamma? No
Yeah.
doubt. Each moment of Chitta, each Chitta is conditioned by Kamma, by way of Kamma coordinating will,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Advait,
Yeah.
sorry, Sanchan.
Please.
Advait, you said, can we control karma by will? And that will, did anyone control it? That's karma,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There was a will to control karma, but the will arose by conditions,
Yeah.
not by anyone's will. You didn't will this to will to will to will, right?
Yeah.
That's the way all dhammas are. They arise by conditions, no control.
Yeah.
And can anyone make an effort to have will?
No.
Can anyone have virya?
Virya. Yeah. Virya will arise
Can you
as
have
conditions.
by conditions? Can you have virya?
Yeah. In
Can you make an effort?
ultimate reality, no. But in conventional reality, yes.
Okay, so we're talking about absolute realities now. At a moment of seeing or hearing, is there any virya?
No.
No.
Yeah, it is
At
there.
at the moment of seeing or hearing?
No, no, it is not there. It arises later.
Right. At a moment of wanting now, wanting to understand, is the virya?
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's there. At moments of kusala or akusala, it must be there.
Yeah.
Is anyone wanting it to arise now?
No.
No.
It arises on it.
So virya also is just a conditioned dharma that arises with particular chittas, with all the kusala and akusala chittas, not with the ahetuka chittas like seeing and hearing.
Yeah. Yeah. Ajan was saying something. Can you continue, Ajan?
Can Chetana be Lokutara?
I don't know.
Why not? Because what is Lokutara Chitta? When we talk about Lokutara, there are three kinds, Lokutara Chitta and Cetasika and Nibbana. So when we talk about that Lokutara Chitta, can Chetana be Lokutara?
Maybe.
That's it has to be, for sure. Dhamma cannot be changed at all.
Yeah.
Cetasika arises with citta. There cannot be any citta arises without cetasikas at all. And at least 7. What does it mean? At least.
Yeah.
There must be citta which arises with more than 7. And cetana arises with each citta. So, can cetana experience nibbana?
Yes.
That's it. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Can Chaitanya, because it is a reality, na? It can, it is a,
Yeah. Yeah. But can cetana experience nibbana?
yes.
Why? This is the development of careful considering of each word of truth, because it's so very subtle, so very deep. That's why it takes time to have firm confidence. Satya Barami and Adidana Barami, not to change the truth. The truth cannot be changed at all.
Yeah.
All dhammas cannot be changed because each one is a dhamma. It has its own nature or characteristic, its own function. So learn to understand Dhamma clearly and clearly, to let go the idea of I or something or atta from every moment in life as saying what is that as atta all day. So why Chetana can be lokutra? Why can Chetana be lokutra? See, this is the understanding which has to be so firm from the very, very beginning. Because more subtle and more subtle, when we talk about each Dhamma on and on and on. And this is the beginning. It has to be firm. Dhamma cannot be anyone or anything at all. Dhamma has its characteristic to be just only that, Dhamma.
Mm.
Never change. To listen to the teachings of the Buddha, there shouldn't be one's own idea interfering what is heard at all. Just keep on listening carefully, attending to the truth of the word about the truth. That's why Buddha said, listen carefully, attending carefully to what I would say, to what Buddha said. Each word is so very precious to understand the ultimate truth. It's there, just instantly and gone. It cannot be anything or anyone. Have clear understanding and so deep understanding, firm understanding of anatta. It's not there anymore. Nothing can be there. As soon as it has risen, it's gone instantly, never be there again, never arise again. And this is so true, Satya Bharami. So learn respectfully to understand the very deep truth of each reality as Kamma, Chetana, only one. So now, can Chetana be Lokuttara? Or can it experience Nibbana?
Yes.
Say, firm understanding of Chetana, because it arises with each citta. Even the Lokuttara citta needs Chetana as its conditions too. Otherwise, how can it arise? Because each Cetasika has its own function. For what is there as Chetana, it arises with each citta. performing its function according to the chati. Whether it is kusala, it forms by way of kusala. It forms a function of being a kusala by way of kusala, by way of kriya, by way of vipaka. When it's conditioned by karma to arise to be vipaka, it cannot be kusala or akusala at all. That's why even Chetana is Lokutara when it arises with Lokutara Chitta. Experience Nibbana, but not by way of Panya, but by way of Karma, coordinating the Jatasikas as any moment, whenever it arises, it cannot perform other function at all because it is Chetana. So there is Chetana now, for sure. And in deep sleep, is there Chetana?
No.
Deep sleep, what is it?
Bhavanga Chittas.
So, is it Chitta?
Yeah.
Can it arise by itself?
No, it arises by conditions.
So, is there Chittasikas arising with Chitta in deep sleep?
I don't know.
What about Chetana arises with each Chitta? Each. That's why firm confidence of anatta and dhamma, nothing can be changed, no one can change the way Chitta and Chitasika is at all. They are all dhamma. All dhammas are anatta, no change at all. So Chetana arises with Chitta by way of it's Kamapajya, Sahajata Kamapajya, and so on. Even at moment of deep sleep, no matter when and where Chitta arises, Chetasikas are there together. So karma does not condition only Chitta. Karma also condition Chetasikas arising with the Vipaka Chitta. And they cannot be kusala or akusala because they are conditioned by karma. So they are vipaka as chitta. So vipaka, the result of karma, not is only chitta, but also chittasikas, which arise with vipaka chitta. No doubt, little by little, of anatta and dhamma. Otherwise, it's not firm at all. It's I listening, understanding, thinking, and on and on. No understanding of Dhamma as Dhamma. So we can talk just about one reality at a time because Buddha taught for 45 years about the truth of Chitta, Cittasika, and Rupa, or Dhammas. Is there other question?
So even during sleep, whenever there is Bhavanga Chitta, there are Chetasikas arising, is it? And Chetana arising.
More or less than 7?
7.
No, more than that. Because it's not the 10 Chitta. The Chakku Vijnana, Kusala Vipaka, and Akusala Vipaka, 2 of the 5, have only 7 Jitasikas only, enough to condition just a moment of seeing. So now, beginning to understand, it's not as important as Kusala or Akusala, which can condition Vipaka, because it's just a moment of condition reality to see, to arise, to experience the object as not anything or anyone, because it experiences only that which impinge on the eye base. Be true to Dhamma, to let go the idea of self, little by little. Understand the truth of Dhamma is not thinking a lot about situation and the story and the paccaya without understanding from the very beginning the nature of that which experience the object is there all day. And the reality which is there experienced but cannot experience anything is also in the day, in the unknown, all of them. That's why hearing the term of the word Samma Sambuddha, so great respect, with great gratitude to what can be known right now as it is, little by little. And this is the study of Dhamma, not anyone, but the truth of what is there, to understand how deep, how subtle it is. Seeing now has arisen by conditions and gone instantly. Doesn't belong to anyone at all. All gone, never to arise again. Keep on going, arising and falling away by conditions, and not only one condition. So if we don't understand whatever is there right now, how can there be the understanding of any condition?
So kamma is also a condition, right?
Right. By what? See, not enough. It's I have such understanding, but it's not enough to let go by condition, even karma. That's why what is karma? To understand what condition it.
Yeah. Thank you.
The
So
most
karma conditions in two ways, as we discussed. It's the conditioned by sahajata paccaya at each moment in life, with every single citta, including lokuttara cittas. It performs the function of sahajata. This is one kind of karma paccaya, and the other kind of karma paccaya is after it has brought its results, nana kanika karma paccaya, when the result arises later. This is by karma paccaya, the second way that karma is conditioned, cetana, cetasika. And on your other question, so at a moment of seeing or hearing now, as you said, these are vipaka cittas. The cetasikas that arise with the seeing or hearing are vipaka also. This, at the moment of seeing, the citta and the cetasikas, is it hetuka or ahetuka, the citta, at the moment of seeing?
If it is a vipaka chitta, it is ahetuka.
At the moment of seeing or hearing, it is ahetuka, but some vipaka cittas are hetuka and some are ahetuka. Seeing or hearing are ahetuka, so only 7 cetasikas. The bhavanga cittas, are they kusala, akusala, vipaka, or kiriya cittas?
They are vipaka chittas.
They're vipaka. For birth in human realm, is this the result of kusala or akusala karma?
Kusala kamma.
Okay, so the bhavanka cittas are kusala vipaka cittas, result of kusala karma. Are they hetuka or ahetuka when they're the result of kusala, when the bhavanka cittas are the result of kusala karma?
They are hetuka.
Hetuka. So that's why many more cetasikas, not just the 7. There must be the wholesome roots. There must be many other wholesome cetasikas, sobhana cetasikas, that arise whenever the wholesome roots are there. So many more cetasikas. If we're talking about birth in a woeful realm, result of akusala karma, ahetuka.
Yeah, but just Shobhana Chetasikas will be there with Bhavanga Chitta, or even the unwholesome Chetasikas can arise, right?
Not at the moments of the Bhavanka Chitas arising. The Bhavanka Chitas are just the same kind of Chitta and Chetasikas as the Patisandhi. So it has to be that Chitta, those Chittas have to be the result of Kusala Karma. During life, other Akusala Karmas bring their results, but the Bhavanka Chittas, same as the Patisandhi Chitta and later the Chuti Chitta in the human realm, must be the result of Kusala Karma. Okay.
Thank you.
Actually, can be no roots, 2 roots, or 3 roots, but we're talking about for ourselves now. Yes.
Yeah.
More fine details. Eva's got her hand up. Go.
Yes. Swadika, Tanajan, Kun Sarah, Kun Jonathan, Kun Sukinda, and everyone. There's been a great deal of discussion about conditions, and what arises from time to time in the thinking is, what is unconditioned reality? What unconditioned? Because it gets circular. I feel as if I'm opening up a can of worms, but it just gets circular. Nibbana is unconditioned reality, but as all dharmas arise by conditions, is it transcendence? The conundrum goes something like thus: that is ultimately, in the end, with highly developed wisdom, there will be free from the endless cycle of birth and death and rebirth, samsara. So it does come up from time to time. And just even at the intellectual level, that's all I have. But if anyone has some input in this, I would much appreciate it. Thank you kindly.
Like you say, only Nibbana is unconditioned. So when the wisdom is great enough to see the real danger in all conditioned dharmas, because they're all unsatisfactory or anatta, not in anyone's control or will. So the wisdom begins to turn away from what is conditioned. And it seems like a conundrum because, like Advaita said, it seems that I should be able to will this or that or make an effort. But actually, all dharmas are conditioned. But panya can develop, just like lobha accumulates now. Panya can begin to accumulate. So from the considering, reflecting, understanding now, it conditions more understanding, but it's not I reflecting, I considering, or I understanding.
All right.
Perhaps Ajahn would like to add more. No, go ahead, Eve.
There is something else. This turning away, abandoning, would that be nekama, renunciation?
Little by little. Even
bit
now,
by
at
bit.
the moments of wise considering, wise understanding, nekama begins to develop, begins to renounce what is harmful. It's the opposite of clinging and ignorance. A little more letting go, a little more letting go, gradually understanding a little more the danger of what is conditioned. So even though it's a little more wise reflecting and considering at an intellectual level, it is the beginning of letting go, the beginning of renouncing what is harmful, seeing the danger. So it is the growth of understanding that accumulates and begins to turn away or see the harm in what is conditioned, little by little.
Well, what's been up quite a bit recent moments, has been a great deal of clinging and the suffering inherent, the attendant suffering with that. So just hearing these few words strengthens confidence in a manner of speaking. Thank you kindly. Please excuse me.
And just beginning to let go a little bit of the idea of my clinging, my suffering, because they're just conditioned dharmas arising and gone instantly. And
yes.
At those moments of considering no unhappiness, no disturbance, because the understanding of what is unsatisfactory is joyful, not harmful or unhappy at all.
Yes. Yes.
And Eve, since you brought this topic up, so we have the meaning, the nibbana as the unconditioned reality. It's a Dhamma that does not rise and fall away. So it is unconditioned. And there's also the meaning of nibbana as the end of conditioned realities, means at each stage of enlightenment, certain dhammas will never arise again. For example, Sotapanna, no more wrong view will ever arise again. And at Arahata, no more ignorance and attachment.
Thank you very much, Kunsukin. Thank you.
Murthy ji, you would like to say something, or maybe you can introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. I am Lieutenant Murthy. I stay in the same community as Prakash. So we just had a discussion yesterday, and he invited me for this call today. Once I met him in the gym today morning. I have a small question. See, we all come from the absolute source of reality, and we are connected in every way universally. So the creation started with a small vibration, and then everything was created, including all of us. So what is that one central connection to the source which we still have? And is there any master who's connected to the source so that he lends a helping hand to take us back to the source? Because in Sanatana Dharma, we have understanding that absolute source reality is beyond the five senses. Even the intellect cannot apprehend that. The willpower is needed to a certain extent. After that, it is thy will be done. So, is there any central connection that we have which we can latch on to? That is the first point. Second, we have accumulated a lot of samskaras or impressions. So, we are a bundle of spaghetti codes. So, how to wriggle away from this and become more subtler and subtler and get back to the source, giving the right feedback, and which the source helps us to become one with it? That is the second question. Thank you.
Murthy ji, namaste. The thing is that what you have just been describing is something I've never heard of in the context of the Buddha's teachings. So I would like to ask you, what is your source? Because we're here discussing the Buddha's teachings, and for Achan, who is our teacher, to be able to address it, I think this is important to find out whether it is the teachings of the Buddha or not. Can you say something about what is your source?
Yes. See, Sanatana Dharma, which is eternal truth, knowledge, justice, is there since long. The Vedas were written 40,000 years back, and it has come in the oral tradition, and then it got vilified or manipulated when it came to print. Now, apart from that, there are some masters. Like I come from a heartfulness meditation group where we have a master who is eternally connected to the source, who has gone to the source, like a Sherpa who has climbed Mount Everest, can make everybody reach Mount Everest top. Only that person who's got eternal connection can guide you and take you to that height. Otherwise, any master, any teacher can take you to only up his highest level. So we have a living master in heartfulness meditation, who is Kamlesh Patel right now. He is also known as Daji. So I have two sources. One is Sanatana Dharma. Second is heartfulness meditation. So where we are very clear right from the beginning how the entire source, absolute reality, which is basically energy, frequency, and vibration, started creating with just the first show. And then everything trickled right, created the base platforms. Like we have Panchabhutas and our three sources, three forces, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Then we have got gunas. Then we have all the elements, which is Panchikarana. Like even in one element, water, you got other four elements, like 50% of water and rest 12.5% of the other four elements. So if you have power of control of one source, like in ancient days, the Kerala Malabar navigation sailors had control of water. So they could navigate in the monsoons wherever they want. And they also had Vedic Vimanas. They had control of space element. So they could go to various distances and create all the civilizations of the world. That is in 10,600 BC. I'm talking of Mahabali Virochana. They made all the civilizations of the world, right from Machu Picchu, surrounding areas where we have Aztecs, Mayans, Incas, and then Atlantis. Then his son and brother, Svarbhanu and Kalanini, created Egypt and Sudan civilization. Then Angkor Wat. Like that, we had this control of elements. But as we went down from 13 strand to 12 strand, now 2 strand, even in 2 strand DNA, 99% pineal gland is camouflage. It is made junk. It is not usable. So unless until we decalcify that and come to the purest level, it is very difficult to go back to the source. That is my understanding.
Please,
Yes,
shall we talk about this moment? Please, shall we talk about understanding what is there now, this moment? Because life exists only in just a moment. When there is understanding, it understands what is there now, just in a moment, from moment to moment. Ignorance or understanding is there. When we don't talk about this moment to understand what is said right now, can there be any understanding of anything in the world? So, shall we talk about this moment to understand the truth? Is this moment real? Because it's there. But what is this moment which is real? Right now, any moment, what is there in a moment right now? Learn to understand what is there as it truly is, not as anyone's thought about it by such and such ways. But what is there, everyone can understand that because it's so real and so true to know the truth of it. So we begin what is there right now to study, to understand, the truth of it. Otherwise, if we don't talk about this moment at all, how can there be any understanding of any moment? So what is there now? We learn to understand the truth together. What is there now? Please. This is the beginning to understand the truth, because the truth is real, that there is a moment now. But what is it? Is it understood or is it not thought about? No understanding of it. If there's no understanding of this moment, there can never be understanding of anything at all. So anyone, please, will talk about what is there right now to understand the truth of life, the
So,
truth, the world.
okay. Murthy sir, generally we discuss on what is there now. We understand with limitation or possibility of what is the reality here now. So Ajahn is saying if we understand what is there now, we can able to understand next moment or next thing. So what is your understanding now? That was a question actually, possible if you can answer.
See, now in terms of time, Shanam, it is eternal or it is a small minuscule of time. So at this moment, I feel peaceful. That's it.
Is there seeing now?
Yes.
There is only seeing in a moment, is that right?
Yeah.
A moment of
So
seeing.
when I see, there are two different aspects. One is darshana, the perception. The other one is seeing with the eyes, kakshu.
When we talk
So
about,
what I see and what I perceive is slightly different.
so we talk about just one reality at a time. When we talk about seeing, it cannot be other thing else at all. Seeing is only seeing, and it's seeing when it's there, conditioned to arise, just to see and gone, and that is seeing, not other reality. When we talk about one reality at a time, seeing cannot belong to anyone. It's gone before it arises. What is there? Is there anyone before seeing or no one? And there is someone at moment of seeing, I am seeing, and so on. That is thinking about seeing. But the truth of seeing cannot be changed at all. It's real, so real, because it now sees. It cannot think, it cannot like, it cannot feel, it cannot remember. It is a reality. So seeing is real when it's there. It cannot arise at will. No one can have seeing at will at all. But even that which is there is conditioned to arise. Whatever that is not arising is not real. So what is real is that which has a reason by conditions. So each moment, no matter it is seeing, hearing, thinking, or whatever, each moment is conditioned to just arise and fall away instantly. That is the truth of anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Anatta means not anything, not atta, not anyone at all. So atta does mean I or someone, but it means whatever is taken for something is atta. But in truth, it cannot be anything at all because it's there by conditions, just arise and then gone instantly, unknowingly. So we are now talking about seeing. It has condition for its arising. to arise and fall away, but no understanding of any moment of seeing as it is yet. That's why we learn more to understand what is seeing. It's a moment of experiencing that, only that which impinges on the eye base. It cannot see everything else. It can just see that which impinges on the eye base. Be true to the truth. Without the eye base, there can never be seeing. And even that is eye base, if nothing impinges on it, there can never be seeing. So just a moment of seeing in life, any moment of seeing in life is conditioned. It cannot arise alone. Just conditioned to arise to see and gone instantly, unknowingly, followed by the next moment instantly. So the world seems permanent. Nothing arises and nothing gone. But in truth, each moment is different by conditions. Seeing moment is not hearing at all and not thinking, not anything. It is just moment of seeing and gone. So how can it belong to anyone? That's why the enlightened one, the Buddha, said, all dhammas are anatta, not atta, not anything, because it's not there anymore. It's gone instantly. So how can it belong to be someone's, or it cannot be anything at all? Is it true? No one can force the other to believe, to accept, but consider the truth of seeing and understanding is there. Understanding seeing as just a reality, a moment conditioned to arise to see and gone. Whatever arises falls away. The birth moment, all gone, no matter when and where. And the death moment will come, will be there, because the condition for this life has finished, ended up, not to be this person anymore. And what is there as a person? It's the moment of experiencing any there by conditions. Every moment, that's all. Just born to see, to hear, to smell, to taste, to touch, and to think about that which has seen and heard and so on. From moment to moment, from day to day, from life to life. Is it true? Birth and death. And what are there in between? Seeing, hearing, again and again, from moment to moment, from day to day, until the end of life. That's all. But there's so many, many unknown realities, like attachment is not seeing, hatred, aversion is not ignorance, it's not feeling, and memory, remembering is not feeling, it's not thinking, see? All are there in life, unknown, until the enlightened one, enlightened to the truth. And what did he say after his enlightenment? All dhammas, what are real, are so very deep, so very subtle, so very difficult to realize the truth, but it can be realized because it's true, it's real. But learn to be true to the truth from the very beginning. Seeing now is not just seeing a moment ago, and hearing cannot be seeing at all. And liking is not aversion. Attachment is not memory. All are real at moment when they are there by conditions, one moment at a time in life. Is it true? Is this the word of the enlightened one after his enlightenment? So how long it takes? How long it takes to develop right understanding, to be true to the truth? Listen again, carefully consider again, attending wisely to the word of truth. That is so true. Nobody can change the truth at all. And this is the teaching of the Enlightened One to those who are interested to understand life, to understand the truth of each moment, which can be known not by oneself, but from the Enlightened One, from his parami, years and years ago, developed right understanding to realize the truth that seeing now is not there anymore. The next one is there, next one, conditioned by its proper conditions for each moment to arise. Is it true? Is this understanding of the seeing? Not just think about the seeing as one's own idea. My seeing, his or her seeing, not at all. And this is all dhammas, all conditioned dhammas are, are not permanent, impermanent at all. What is impermanent? Is it passive, satisfactory? Not at all. It's gone, never arise again. So what is life? Just a moment of conditioned reality, on and on and on and on, endlessly. Is it true? Just live in the very, very big prison of ignorance, taking what is there as something permanent. I, someone, and something, atta, all day. But it's only thinking. That's why the teachings of the truth can be studied, not to force or to persuade anyone to believe at all. It has to be one's own considering what is heard, whether it's true or not, about seeing, hearing, and so on. The truth is the truth. And at moment of understanding the truth, it is moment of be true to the truth. Parami, no one, anatta, no matter what is heard, the truth of it is not anyone. It is just a conditioned reality. And this is the beginning to understand Dhamma. Whatever is real is real. So Dhamma is real. And it is different by conditions. What is real is not just only one reality. Seeing is not hard, and hardness is real, but it cannot experience anything at all, no matter what is there. Conditioned to arise to be hard, to be taste, to be sound, to be smell. What is their experience in life? It's conditioned by so many different conditions. And the enlightened one taught for 45 years about the truth of what is there in and around now. Where are they? From head to toe is the source of the world. Thinking about the universes, the sun, the moon, the war and peace and so on. Without seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching and thinking, can there be such thought? Taking what is seen as something permanent. But in truth, what is there is just a moment of what arises and falls away from moment to moment, instantly. Is it true? Begin to be true to the truth, to understand more of what is meant by Dhamma and Anatta. Just few words now, but there are so many, many words of truth to condition more confidence of the truth. Until the truth is realized, the 3 rounds of the 4 Ariya Satya Dhamma. What is Dhamma is real. It cannot be changed. So it is Satya Dhamma. So true. The truth of it cannot be changed at all. And when it is Ariya Satya Dhamma, it can be realized, even it's so subtle, but it can be realized by hearing, considering, beginning to see. The most precious in life is understanding the truth. Because life is so short, we think that 100 years long, but what are there? Each moment just arise and falls away. No matter how long life is or how short it is, it's just the moment of what is there arising and falling away. So we learn little by little to understand the Dhamma, the truth. They are three. They are different, but they can be divided into 2 different categories. One is that which arises and experiences the object, like seeing now. Seeing cannot be hard or soft. It can be red or blue. It does not have any taste or softness or hardness at all. It is that just arise to see, to experience that which impinges on the eye base. That's all. That's all. A moment of life, gone, never to arise again. But there are conditions for the next moment to arise instantly. No gap in between. How long ago? Eons and eons ago. Seeing is seeing, hearing is hearing, thinking is thinking, softness is softness. And what is there so real is Dhamma. Whatever is real has its own characteristic. To be known, hardness cannot experience anything. It's there when there is touching. Without touching, hardness cannot appear at all. And even hardness is conditioned to arise and falls away instantly, unknowingly, by conditions. So learn to be true to the truth, Satya Bharami, to understand the truth which is so deep, little by little, to have confidence of the truth. Is there any question?
I think we can continue next time or later this afternoon.
ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
Because our
everybody.
friend has left. So,
Thank you very much,
Radha
Ajahn.
and Jonathan.